Recently, Yamaha has caused quite a stir in the motorcycle world. They have unveiled their all-new MotoGP M1 V4 project, brought Toprak Razgatlioglu into their MotoGP lineup, and are collaborating on ambitious new ventures with rising manufacturers like CF Moto. But beyond these massive projects, Yamaha has pulled the curtain back on another intriguing development, named Project E-Turbo. If you thought Yamaha had already reached the pinnacle of performance, think again. Yamaha is looking to cement its position at the forefront of the next wave of performance innovation, so for this, they are quietly working on a modern turbocharged engine. Today, we will discuss the future of this technology, which will likely be seen in Yamaha's next-generation R9 and MT-09 sports bikes. This e-turbo engine is set to completely transform the YZF R9, as Yamaha has officially begun developing a 3-cylinder e-turbo motorcycle engine. Yamaha's entry into e-turbo technology didn't happen overnight. For years, the Japanese manufacturer has been researching and experimenting to meet tightening global emission standards. Their goal to maintain compliance with environmental regulations while not just retaining performance, but actually enhancing it. 1. This move aligns perfectly with trends in the broader automotive world. Giants like BMW, Audi, and Mercedes have shifted to smaller turbocharged engines to meet environmental regulations without compromising on power. Now Yamaha is applying that same German automobile strategy to the motorcycle world. Due to stricter emissions regulations, the demand for high power in smaller engines is skyrocketing. While turbocharging combustion engines is an old phenomenon, it has mostly been used in the passenger car industry, not two-wheelers. However, in the coming years, this situation is set to change. The concept Yamaha is working on right now is not unfamiliar territory for them. 5 years ago, in 2020, Yamaha silently introduced a working prototype. It was a turbocharged 847cc 3-cylinder engine mounted on a modified MT-10 chassis. Although the engine capacity and cylinder count were similar to the current MT-09 triple engine, the design was a complete clean sheet design, and this prototype was incredibly feisty. Compared to the current MT-09's 117 horsepower, this engine produced significantly more power. That turbocharged 3-cylinder prototype churned out 180 horsepower and 130 pound-feet of torque. Beyond performance, it was an environmental revolution. The engine was capable of reducing CO2 emissions by nearly 30%. Even more impressive, it slashed levels of nitrogen oxides, carbon monoxide, and unburned hydrocarbons. However, alongside these benefits, the prototype had some downsides that overshadowed the positives. These included additional weight and complex components, but the most critical issue was turbo lag, which could ruin the motorcycle riding experience. In motorcycle engines, there are two main challenges: packaging and turbo lag. Packaging is a massive challenge due to the limited space for the turbocharger, intercooler, and necessary pipework. The other concern is turbo lag. We know that traditional turbochargers use exhaust gas to spin a turbine. The turbine spins a compressor, which forces extra air into the engine intake. But the delay between twisting the throttle and the actual delivery of power is what we call turbo lag. This delay is extremely noticeable on lightweight, high-revving motorcycles. This is due to the sensitive and precise nature of a twist-grip throttle, which highlights the lag much more than a foot pedal in a car would. The solution shown in Yamaha's new patent is an electric assist e-turbo setup. While the concept is relatively simple, its execution is revolutionary. Yamaha's answer is to incorporate an electric motor into the turbo system, and that is the E in e-turbo. E-turbo systems work just like conventional turbochargers. However, they include an electric motor that can spin the turbo. This motor spins the compressor independently from the exhaust gas flow. Even when exhaust pressure is insufficient, it can generate boost. In this way, turbo lag is completely eliminated. Before adequate exhaust pressure is built up, the motor creates boost even at low RPMs. The result is that boost is available at all engine speeds and throttle positions. This helps Yamaha extract even more performance from smaller displacement engines. Yamaha's e-turbo isn't just a theory. They have filed several patents to efficiently integrate it into motorcycles. The system focuses on simplicity. Yamaha has taken a stripped-back approach with as few components as possible. They did not choose the heavy-handed approach of creating a full hybrid motorcycle using bulky batteries. This is a smart choice because the bulk and weight of a large battery would destroy the delicate balance of a performance motorcycle. Yamaha's patents indicate they are working on a simplified design, not a complex hybrid system. The electricity needed to power the e-turbo can be taken directly from a crankshaft-driven generator. The patent images show this generator connected to the turbo. They also showcase the use of capacitors to store short bursts of electricity. The system utilizes a high-voltage electrical system. Although the exact voltage hasn't been revealed, it is expected to be around 48 volts. This is the standard level utilized in e-turbo-equipped cars, which use 48 volts instead of the standard 12 volts. It is a key technical focus of these patents is minimizing the length of high-voltage wiring between the generator, the ECU, and the e-turbo. This is crucial for safety, efficiency, and making the system viable. This subtle and simplified approach sets Yamaha's e-turbo apart from the older, more complex hybrid concepts of other manufacturers. For example, Suzuki once explored a 4-cylinder turbocharged motorcycle linked to a hybrid electric drive system. That project was likely shelved due to complexity and packaging challenges. Yamaha has chosen a simpler route that maintains the essence of a lightweight, responsive sport bike. Yamaha's patent images reveal a naked bike silhouette that uses the CP3 engine. Yamaha has filed patent applications to fit an electric turbocharger onto CP3 engines, the very same engine currently used in the YZF R9 and its naked sibling, the MT-09. My assumption is that this technology will first arrive on next-generation CP3-powered bikes. This primarily includes the MT-09 and the new version of the YZF R9. Even the MT-10 chassis could be adapted for an e-turbo variant. This opens the door to a whole new family of high-performance, emission-compliant motorcycles. If this turbocharged engine goes into production, it will dish out far more power than the current 117 horsepower. The 180 horsepower output and 130 pound-feet of torque derived from the prototype would place the R9 far ahead of competitors in the same displacement category. Yamaha's move is tied to the broader industry context. Honda recently unveiled their V3R compressor at EICMA 2024, which features an electronically driven turbo system. Honda's V3R broke new ground with its unusual V3 configuration and electric aspiration system. While Yamaha's engine layout is more traditional, their response is no less ambitious. Kawasaki, of course, is currently leading this field. Kawasaki has been using supercharged engines in models like the Ninja H2R and Ninja H2SX. The Ninja H2 has been proving the viability of supercharging for nearly a decade. The R9 Turbo will likely compete directly with Kawasaki's performance-oriented models. We know the details, but the biggest question remains: when will we see the R9 Turbo on the streets? I am somewhat in the dark on this, and skepticism is high because Yamaha built the 2020 prototype but didn't greenlight it immediately. However, times have changed. Kawasaki has proven there is a market. Although Yamaha hasn't officially announced a release date, most industry watchers believe we could see a production version within 2 to 3 years. Currently, the technology is in the patent stage. Considering the growing pressure from global emissions regulations and the speed of development, it is likely that Yamaha will take steps to rapidly integrate e-turbo tech into their next-generation R9 and MT-09 platforms. Yamaha might even create an all-new model specifically designed around the e-turbo engine to serve as a technological showcase. It's safe to say that Yamaha's e-turbo technology will mark the beginning of a new era, an era where increasing bike performance doesn't mean struggling with emission reductions. Yamaha's e-turbo proposal is truly elegant. This technology ensures that the thrill of the ride will not only remain intact, but will be amplified, literally and metaphorically, by the sound of an electric turbo. So, we can hope that the Yamaha R9 Turbo is coming very soon, and it will change the motorcycle riding experience forever. So, what are your thoughts on this technology? Don't forget to let us know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video and are waiting for the upcoming Yamaha R9 Turbo, don't forget to subscribe to the channel because more updates on the R9 Turbo will be coming soon. That's all for today. Ride safely and always wear a helmet.